home full-time like many of us are, I wanted to take this opportunity to optimize my business. And something that's been on my mind is, how do I communicate with my customers? So as a lot of us do, we just go onto Google search, and the top search for the best communication management tool out there is SurveySparrow. So I decided to check it out. And just exploring the SurveySparrow website, I realized that they were offering way more tools than Typeform did. So I want to share with you guys some of those tools in case you want to take this time to communicate with your customers as well. SurveySparrow is an end-to-end experience management platform that combines the power of enterprise features such as surveys, automation, and insights, but also helps you reach out to your audience in many ways, such as emails, QR codes, unique web links, and you can share it also on Slack if you use that platform to communicate with your team. And there's also embedded options, SMS, social media. It's the world's first survey tool with 2 outputs. So they have a chat-like survey, so you can communicate with your customers that way, or a conversational form, which you really need to try to know the difference. They have a chat bot that amplifies the way that you're communicating with customers, and it's also a time-saving tool. So it'll automatically populate answers based on your customer responses. With its close the feedback loop systems in place, it really does give you all the more reasons to consider it as one of the best Typeform alternatives available. You don't have to send surveys manually either. So as a business, you can also import contacts easily with the help of a CSV file. So each person you send an email to receives a unique link. With that link, you can track a particular response and activity with the help of an in-depth analysis, which is major when you're trying to see how you are reaching people as well as the responses that you're getting. Some key differences between SurveySparrow and Typeform, as well as other competitors out there, is that it has these features where it allows me to check the reporting data. And I really want to see which customers are corresponding with my emails, with my surveys that I put out there about feedback on the product, and also a way to communicate with my team. So if you use Slack, there is a way to share over Slack. Customer support is a major thing if you run into any issues. They communicate so well with you and so quickly, especially when you're on a time crunch and you want to put everything in an automated space and to save yourself time. And that is not something that I found at Typeform. So I was really happy to see that their customer support is in place. So how this helped me and how it can help you guys is that if you're thinking about launching a product on your website, in addition to Amazon, you're going to want to have as much contact as possible with the traffic that is going to your website. On Amazon, you're not getting that direct info from your customers. You don't know who your customers are, nor do you have an ability to reach out to them if you wanted to follow up on some questions or see how they're doing with the product. Overall, there's little to no statistics on Amazon that can help you out with that. So when you are on your website, you want to maximize on that. You want to optimize the amount of interaction, direct interaction that you're having with your customers. For example, on SurveySparrow's websites, they have endless blogs sharing all the information you need to know about certain topics of communication. There is one on how to get reviews, which is essential in moving up in the Amazon ranking, on your website ranking, and basically just your overall interaction. I've read that you're getting more than 40% responses along with actionable data that helps you close the feedback loop. Their key offerings include classic forms, chat surveys, NPS solutions, offline kiosks, and Employee 360 review management. So let's get into more specific details on some solutions they provide. You can use solutions such as surveys, automations, insights, and it's even enterprise ready. So now let me show you how it actually works. Here is a classic survey example that you can use. It takes less than a minute to answer, which is perfect for people who are cautious of time. So the first thing you'll see is that, hey, do you want to take a survey? And you can click sure, ask away. Or you could customize what that would say as well, which is awesome. And an extra note, you can actually customize to your branding colors so you really stay on point with how you want to represent your business and yourself. But anyway, you'll click the Sure Ask button. Next, you can choose the type of question that you're answering and in what format so that the customer can respond. You can do a rating, so you could do like 5 stars, 4 stars, or anything like that. You can do a scale between 1 and 10 or whatever numbers you want to use. You can also do write-in answers if needed, and that can all of course be customized, but having people actually write in answers will really have them take that time to add their own insight or input that might be really beneficial to what you're asking about. And I'll go ahead and just type a few things here. Whoops, I messed up that word, but the point is that you can ask any question that you need from your customers and then finish with a closing thank you screen. It's quick and it's easy, takes very little time, and that's what customers want when they get those response emails. There are also different templates that you can use from, which helps you create that unique experience with your customers. And so I'll show you guys a little bit of what those templates are. You can choose for all occasions and all necessities, anything that you can customize to what your branding is and what you're trying to get out of it. Another fun one, and something that I've seen a lot of companies move towards, is doing a feedback chatbot. And that's really important for companies as they scale because you want to try to save time in certain areas. Even for smaller companies, if you want to have a chatbot service that kind of answers those FAQs, makes it really easy to save some time with it. So I want to show you guys how the chatbot version works. You can sign up with your work email as well. It's super simple, but basically what you'll see here is that, of course, this can be customized again, but the example they have is for the coronavirus. A pop-up question will come up and your responses are on the side. And for these purposes, I'm adding no, but you'll see the types of responses that you're getting from the chatbot when you enter no. I'll add a yes to fatigue, for example, just to see if I get a different response, but it's basically analyzing your responses, and it'll come up with questions that are really helpful to you and to try to distinguish what the problem is. So it's still populating follow-up questions, and after all the questions are answered, you can submit it. And at the end, it'll show you a result. In this case, it doesn't seem that I have coronavirus. So as a customer, I'd be like, okay, maybe there's nothing to worry about. So as you could probably see, the aim here is to provide your customers with the best conversational experience. And SurveySparrow really makes it easy for you to implement. As you can see here, it populates reports for you, which is extremely helpful to see how each month is going if you want to track it in an Excel sheet or something like that. I mentioned earlier too different ways to distribute surveys, so I want to touch on those again real quick. So some ways that they do that is through emails, unique link shares, SMS, embedded surveys, social shares, so on Facebook and Twitter, etc., QR codes, email embedded codes. So all of these are different ways to distribute surveys. Some pointers I also want to share with you guys is that it's a report savvy dashboard, and it reports in real time, which will really help you see the progress of how you're interacting with your customers. There's also cross tabulation, advanced report filters. You can schedule reports for your inbox and get notified via email. So all of that is super helpful. Some quick insights as well is that they rolled out video surveys, which is a fun way to communicate with customers that they might not be fully used to yet. Surveys sent out over email can really get boggled down or lost in spam folders, but if they see that there's a video survey, that could be a unique way to communicate, especially with people who have a lot to say about your product or they want to share feedback with you. One of the biggest tools that have helped me, especially when I want to work outside, not being cooped up inside, is that they have a device-ready offline survey app. And that helps you go internet free as you set out for remote data collection. And it's the simplest way to know if customers like your brand and have loved the experience they had by measuring customer loyalty with NPS. So none of these things were available with Typeform. Typeform does not have an NPS template. And when it comes to customers and their brand perception, it's wiser to go ahead with a tool that's dedicated to measuring customer loyalty and brand advocacy. I'm really happy that I did find SurveySparrow and that they've helped me really optimize that customer aspect of my business. And as I move forward, the customer relationship is going to be much more important, especially when I want to create a product that's really like perfect for them, customized for them. SurveySparrow is cost effective, it has attractive monthly plans that can fit into your budget, as well as a hassle-free refund policy. So again, as I mentioned, their customer support is amazing, so if for whatever reason SurveySparrow isn't working for you, there is a hassle-free refund policy. Super ideal. And for a small business like myself, I don't want to spend tons of money on different platforms. So luckily, SurveySparrow helps me save money and utilize their amazing tools to optimize that customer aspect. SurveySparrow also gave me a discount to share with you guys, so it'll be in the description box below. Check it out and comment if you have any questions or want to ask me more about this platform. Honestly, you guys, it is so helpful and just so cool, so innovative. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more weekly videos for you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.